Saboteurs are a new class being added to Enlisted, but what do? They spawn as a single soldier who can disguise themselves as the enemy. Going behind enemy lines, they can get increased XP for marking enemy targets, and will supposedly trick enemy bots to not shoot them. You know what this almost sounds like to me? A Guerrilla. My name is Slacker, I have a big chin, and let's discuss why Saboteurs and Enlisted are a missed opportunity. First things first, the squad itself. It's only one dude. Even compared to the smaller 5 or 6 man squads, the battlefield presence simply isn't there. Instead of having one or more infantry squad pushing a flank to approach the enemy from another angle or head straight to the objective, this guy is going to run into the enemy territory to mark enemy vehicles? It's going to be a hindrance to your team, and seemingly goes against the new drastic increases to objective-based scoring in their recent news post. And sure, at least it doesn't cost as many tickets to spawn as other squads, but other players with rudimentary math abilities will be able to look at the scoreboard in Invasion and notice. Spawning a less capable squad isn't just a problem for your team, it's something that can be tracked by the enemy. I do appreciate the idea of the squad having an increase in XP for marking enemy targets, such as vehicles and mounted weapons, but to be honest, this is something players should be actively doing anyways. And you know what can see a map better than anyone else? A rubbernecking pilot in the sky, holding the free look button and spamming the ground an unlimited number of times. The Saboteur seems to be an attempt to mirror the War Thunder recon drone in this aspect, but in a game based on team ticket spawns and not a limited number of spawn points individually, a designated enemy marker is simply not as valuable. So I obviously have a lot of criticism here, but what would I actually have to offer that fits within the developer's vision? It's simple. Expand this functionality to the Guerrilla squad. This is already Enlisted's de facto enemy territory anti-objective class in the game, and they currently exist with very niche situational value. In an ideal situation, a Guerrilla could have as much impact on a win or loss outcome as any other squad that can be spawned that plays the objective, or performs area denial on it. If, in addition to accessing the enemy play zone, they can disguise themselves and get more XP for marking enemy targets, that's a pretty decent increase in value. And let's think about it, nothing sticks out more in Enlisted than a lone fighter amongst your friendly squads. Up to 5 enemy soldiers blending in could create a proper impact. In addition to this, something I've briefly mentioned in my dedicated Guerrilla class video is an idea of enemy territory, objectives, and targets. If there were ways to slow down enemy spawn rate, or even directly reduce the remaining enemy tickets by destroying or capturing something behind enemy lines, that could add a lot more strategic depth to Enlisted that the Saboteur class may be trying to create. Camera 1111 or Suicide even recently suggested to me that such a target for Guerrillas could hinder vehicle spawns. That could be interesting. I also suggest adding Guerrilla 1 and Guerrilla 3 squads with new unlocks in the tech trees, so go check out that video if you want the Guerrilla squads to have a bit more of a place in the game. In summary, Saboteurs are a neat idea on paper, but not only do they take away more soldiers from an objective with little direct reward to a win condition, they do so in a one-man package that under the right circumstances can be predicted by an enemy and is obvious when observed in his isolation. He gets more XP by marking targets, but other soldier types are much more effective at this role, and could possibly get this sort of XP boost as well. Guerrillas would have far more use in the game if they had the unique abilities of the Saboteur, and would therefore have the potential impact to be worth spawning instead of an objective-based squad, especially if specific targets for them to interact with were added. But what do you think? Do you think the Saboteurs should just be baked into Guerrillas? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you like this sort of deep dive content and don't want to miss new uploads. Thanks for watching, stay awesome, and have yourself a wonderful day.